What's going on, everyone? Darkwater here, and welcome back to Model Railway Easily 2. Uh, got the bulk of the terrain work done. Just fighting with getting this area here so that we can get vehicles conceivably from the lower area here up to the top, and we do some terrain paint as well and get a coal factory up top. So that's what we're able to get done today. Again, this drive is just a nightmare. End up taking the brush size down and basically doing this bit by bit. If you go too far down, then you run into the water like that, and then you have to backfill it, and there's still a couple water spots on the either side, so that's always fun to deal with. But I think going through with a smaller brush is the kind of the way to go, which is how we eventually get to where we want it. And then we do a little work on the plateau there to get our coal factory, well, our coal mine up there, up and running. Yeah, just back and forth on this, just trying to get it. I end up doing kind of a switchback down the hill. I think I basically take out the entire, what we've been working here. Yeah, here we go. And then we go back through and do it little by little, kind of doing small gradients. I grab a truck just to take a look at the wideness of it. It's basically a single run down. And then looking at it, the gradient just wasn't steep enough. So we go through this several times, but eventually gets to a point where it looks decent. And it's right about there. And then we go through with a small brush, adding some basically mountainy hills in between each of those, just so there's not kind of a weird drop off in there. In later ones, we do add some trees and some rocks in there to help kind of smooth the transition. I do some terrain paint in the area as well. And I think we do a little bit of terrain paint testing either in this one or the next one. Because again, I still not especially thrilled with the bright green, so we do tone it down over time, get some little darker areas. The trees also help getting rid of some of that. But adding in some of the rocks help give it a little bit more of a definitive path feel to it. Now, I don't know how you would actually get, anything larger than a pickup truck up this switchback, so I don't know how you would have actually built that coal mine. Maybe they just parked the train and unloaded it. I suppose that's definitely an option. Because you're not getting a semi truck up this one lane road. But here it starts to smooth out nicely. And then trying not to just wreck everything that I just finally was able to get built through. But we do little hills. But I think it works. So after this, the bulk of the terrain work is done. do a little bit more work at the back here, and I think upcoming we're going to end up doing some of the terrain work on the other side as well. Thinking about doing just a small house or two near the lake to add something to that side. I feel it's kind of going to be empty over there, but we'll see what we can do with that. So yeah, here we start to play around with some of the terrain paint just to get a feel for... I was thinking about doing kind of the whole area exposed, but I end up just leaving it the bright green. I was looking at that reddish rock, but I don't think it necessarily fits kind of the area. I think that would work better in more of a deserty area. So I kind of settle on this gray one. But I think ultimately I didn't want to, because I feel that's more of a one for like cliff edges. But we don't have too many cliff edges in here. I did use that darker brown for the road initially, but then realized how dark it is, and it looks more wet brown, I guess, for lack of better terms. So I went with this lighter tan color, which I think works for a very nice dirt road. There are actual road pieces, but they all lay flat. You can't put them on an incline, which is kind of annoying. But we go through, we put the dirt road here, we do some dirt underneath the coal mine area, and so we do a little bit of paint here, and that's what we get done for this episode. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. If you are, definitely give a like, and I look forward to seeing you guys again in the next model Railway Easily. Stay tuned for some cinematic shots, and as always, I hope you guys have yourselves a great day.